My neighbor gifted us with some topsoil that they're not using. So I'm working on making a couple quick and dirty flower beds, which is perfect timing because I have like 70 flowers left to plant and I'm kind of running out of room in the beds that I do have. So I'm going to show you how to make a redneck flower bed. So I got these stones for free off Kijiji. Sometimes you'll run across some sweet finds like that. So I just got a whole stack, and I've actually already made a few flower beds with some of the other ones, used some of the leftovers. And what you want to do is lay out the dimensions of the bed that you want to make with your material, and then dig out inside of it because you don't want any grass growing up through it, or you want as little as possible of grass growing up through it when you're done. And you also want the stones to be able to sit down inside in between the soil and the grass to keep them standing up, otherwise the soil will press on them and they'll fall over. So I've already finished this one this morning and I'm going to be working on this one now. So I'm all done. Definitely don't need to go to the gym today. And there we go. Next step will be layering the bottom with cardboard to prevent any grass or weeds from coming up through my flower bed.
We recently bought a bed that came rolled up in a box, so it's going to be the perfect size. It has some nice long strips of cardboard. Somebody has been going in the flower bed. Luckily nothing is planted in it yet. Was it you, Lily? Topsoil is fine for the bottom of the bed, but I'm going to add some. Don't get out of there. Get. Oh my god. It must feel nice and cool. I'm going to add some of this triple mix before I put my plants in, and then there's enough potting soil in most of my pots that it should give them a pretty good chance. You're going to help, Min? That triple mix is super stinky, so these two are patiently waiting for me to leave so that they can snag a bite. Right, Min? Yeah. So the nice thing about having the cardboard in the bottom is it's going to prevent any weeds or grass from coming up while my plants get established, but then eventually it breaks down and allows the roots to go through to the soil that is actually my lawn. So now I'm going to go get my plants.
This is the first year that I've been working with flowers at all. I kind of thought they were frivolous and just silly when you could plant things that you can eat instead, but it turns out they bring a lot of joy, and some of them you actually can eat. So I've mostly planted perennials, and I made this epic mistake of not keeping track in the greenhouse of what I had planted, so it's been kind of a waiting game to see everything coming into bloom to figure out what is what. So this garden bed's going to be one of my chaos garden beds, which is just going to be very random and not strategically planned because I have no idea what I have. So do you recognize a couple things? this is tobacco. It actually grows really tall and into a really beautiful plant. And these have been seed saved from when Will and I were on a honeymoon 4 years ago from one of the farms that we worked at. So these are a pretty special plant to us. And then I think that might be a hollyhock, but it also might be like a thing called, I think it's Malva Sabrina. One of them bloomed over in one of my other gardens. And it was really beautiful, but they kind of look the same until their leaves get bigger. And then this, I don't know what that is, but it's probably a perennial. So it smells like it's gonna rain. It's calling for it, so I'm just gonna kind of wait and hope that that happens so these flowers can get some au natural rain as opposed to whatever comes out of my house from the city. And then I'm gonna mulch around them. Mulch will help maintain that moisture and temperature, and it looks a little bit nicer than just leaving the soil as it is. So I'll have to come back and keep watering these and see if they like living here.